I now request our guest of honor, Mr. Leonard Fernando, to share his thoughts with us.
Right. I'm not quite sure as to how I could top that electrifying performance that we just had. I don't know about y'all, but that just filled me with a lot of patriotism that I had to edit my speech a little bit. So I hope you'll bear with me. Respected and distinguished members of the dais, friends, teachers, students, parents, and my friends. I cannot begin to tell you how magical this moment feels. To stand before all of you today, to hear my own name and my own introduction. So magical that it feels like the bells of Jerusalem were ringing and the Roman cavalry choirs were singing. I think I have an explanation as to why I feel this way. This is the place where my seeds were sowed, and I am a son of this soil. Many years ago, I saw the movie Lion King when I was in this school. It happened to be my favorite movie as a kid. The movie shows Africa, the continent where life started. And the movie emphasizes on the circle of life. I find that very interesting, because it's a very interesting coincidence. Because to me, Montfort is where life started. And this, me coming over here from that side to this side, is indeed a circle of life. I studied in Montfort for 12 years. 12 years seems like an incredibly short period of time. But truth be told, it felt like a lifetime to my parents, and it felt like a lifetime to me as well. This place watched me grow from a toddler, from one of those kids who were performing, to a kid, into a boy, and then into a young adult. To put that into context, I was a student here when this auditorium was just the primary block, and we had a small stage and a basketball ground with a big tree with the red flowers falling down, where we used to put all those petals of those flowers in our nails and call ourselves vampires. Just to put it into context how long I've been here. I was a student here when only one wing of this building existed. Perhaps to put it into more context, I was a student here when one plate of hot and delicious lunch was just 10 rupees. How much does it cost now? How much does lunch cost nowadays? Inflation, huh? Either ways, as I said, not only did I witness this school grow, this school also witnessed me grow. The walls of these schools and every bark in every tree watched me transition from a young boy into an adult. I remember every single teacher who taught me. I remember very peculiarly the ones whom I used to be scared of. I used to be very irregular with my classworks, and you can connect the dots why I used to be scared of my teachers. I remember the teachers who taught me how to carry myself in all walks of life. I remember very fondly the ones who taught me the little things in life. I'd like to think that all of my teachers and all the little things that they taught me has collectively influenced who I am today. I remember the days I used to gaze upon the sky, looking at all the arriving and departing traffic out of the Chennai International Airport. I don't know whether Cynthia Miss is there in the crowd, but she used to be my history teacher when I was in 7th standard. And that was the first time I was able to appreciate airplanes landing and taking off, because this school is right in the approach path of runway 25 of the Chennai International Airport. And she used to take us out of the class and make us sit in the afternoons and take class, and my eyes were focused on the sky. Perhaps that is why I pursued aviation, who knows. I had a very diverse experience as a child in Montfort. I was given opportunities to sing in choirs, to play music, to act in plays, to display martial arts and program in computer science. But I did not realize what Montfort had given me until I was far, far, far away from school. Much later in life, I was at the Indian Air Force Academy as a part of an NCC attachment camp. In these camps, we have cultural days where every cadet from every directorate, every state sends two of their best cadets to this camp to Hyderabad at the Indian Air Force Academy. The Indian Air Force Academy is where they train fighter pilots who fly the aircrafts for this country. So I found myself in that crowd and I had to present something in the cultural day, and this is something that used to be graded. So when we got the order that we have to put up a show, and my contingent commander, she made the announcement in our daily night muster that we have to put up a show. The next morning, she was quite shocked to see my name in every event in the agenda. And she asked me, "Are you trying to mess with me because you put your name in everything that there is?" And when I told her, "No ma'am, I actually want to participate in everything that there is because I can participate in everything that there is. Singing, choir, plays, playing music, MC, everything that there is to participate." And she was quite surprised. She was quite puzzled because she herself was a teacher. And she asked me how, like, what training did you take? Where all did you go? And I was not quite amused with myself because I just told, it is natural to me. Isn't that how all education is given to everybody? Because I was given a very diverse experience as a child in my school. And I was surprised to know that is not how everybody is given education. I was given opportunities that are not just in one stream, that gave me an opportunity to try my hand at everything that is available. And I think that's very unique at Montfort. My detachment commander, as I said, was quite surprised to see my name in every activity present in the agenda. And indeed, she was flabbergasted when I told that it is all because of my alma mater. I even find myself tracing my roots to early Montfort days when I take the reins of my companies, iCrew Systems Software Engineering LLP India and Syndicate Business Review United Kingdom. I think it's safe to say that life gifted me with an unfair advantage of being a student at Montfort. I have gained many tangibles and intangibles. The things I stood to gain, no amount of gold and silver and diamond in this world can buy with the money. Wisdom, understanding, knowledge, character, humility, fear of Lord, you name it, whatever I got from this school, no amount of gold, silver, diamond, whatever you give cannot buy that. I also stood to gain the friendships which I fostered here. I love my friends. They are my A1 since day one. I've traveled the country and explored the land and seas with them. So trust me when I say the most important things that I have gained from this school cannot be measured in a report card. I'd like to borrow a few words from one of my mentors, Captain Raghuraman, who was from the Indian Army, who was one of the founding chief executive officers of NATGRID, which is an infrastructure for anti-terrorism operations for the National Security Guards. So the reason why I just edited this while I was sitting here, the reason why I added this was after the electrifying performance that we just witnessed before me. He quoted this himself from one of his instructors from the Indian Military Academy. And this is in Hindi. So those of you folks who don't understand Hindi, bear with me, I will give you the translation as well. But to get the depth of what these words mean, I have to tell them in Hindi. The words go like this. साहब, जिंदगी में कहीं पे भी जाके खड़ा होगा तो ऐसा खड़ा होना चाहिए कि पूरी दुनिया को मालूम हो कि आप IMA का trained officer हूँ. Which translates to, wherever you go and take a stand, you must take a stand in such a way that the entire world should know that you have been trained at the IMA. This was told by Captain Raghuraman, who I just told you his exploits. So why am I mentioning this here? Because I think this applies very elegantly to my, to this conjuncture in life. I'd like to add that no matter where you go, where you might find yourself in, the way we conduct ourselves, the entire world should know, should be able to identify that we have been trained by the finest teachers at the finest institution. I have been encouraged, sustained, inspired, and tolerated by my teachers. I would like to thank each and every teacher, right from UKG to 12th standard, from the bottom of my heart, for taking a chance on me. The love and care provided by so many that I cannot name them all individually. We'll be all day if I start mentioning every teacher, because every teacher in the roster has given me something to take away. Whomever I am today is because of God's grace. It is undeniable, and I will not change my statement wherever I may go. I am who I am today because of God. Every ounce of what I am is because of God's mercy. I will always be grateful to Montfort for going the extra mile by conducting daily prayers, songs, and holy mass to cultivate the fear of the Lord in me ever since I was a child. I thank the management, especially the alumni organization, for having me here today. I thank the parents. I thank my parents, especially today, for giving me the best possible odds in life by putting me in this school. To all the parents here, I'd like to just say something to you all as well. When you go home today, and when the day ends, when you go to your bed, when you switch off your lights, and when you prepare to close your eyes and go to sleep with absolute confidence that you have provided the best odds for your child by putting them in this school. Because trust me when I say this, you have done your best. You do not have to go to bed worried. You can go to bed with absolute confidence that you have done the best possible thing for them. Thank you, and long live.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable thoughts.